Hi there. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know I don't have an accent. I did the accent still. Anyways, if you hear squealing in the background, that is my baby, and I'm doing something very shameful. She's watching Dancing Fruit, but you guys don't understand. She took my car out today to get an oil change, and then she stopped off at Publix to get Publix subs. She's gotta have a break too, you know. Anyways, today we're gonna talk about the uprising trend of Labubus. It's always something. Every year it's always something. What was something like in your grade school that got banned? Because I feel like Labubus is going down that path. For me it was Heelys, and then like in 2010 it was Silly Bands. Silly Bands was a big one. It turned into like a whole gambling fiasco at my elementary school. So what is a Labubu? So they're kind of like these little rabbit fuzzy looking things that are really kind of creepy but also kind of cute, and I'm not one to judge since this is what my collection looks like with several more bins of them in the back, and I'm 25 with graying hair, so who am I to judge? I'm really not one to judge, okay? I just think people's behaviors are judge-worthy, and we're gonna get into that. This first clip we're gonna watch kind of sums up this whole entire thing in my opinion.
Why can't I go outside?
The outside world is a dangerous place, filled with horrible, selfish people. You must stay here, where you're safe.
Oh, they are kind of cute dressed up though.
Yes, Mommy.
Aw, poor Labubu. Poor Labubu. It's Boo Boo that people are trying to steal them. Or even going as far as breaking into other people's cars to get them. That's the concern. And you know, you can't even say society as a whole got worse in that aspect, because like just look at the Cabbage Patch incident, you know, in the early 2000s, where everybody was like busting through the door on Black Friday. So I can't even say like it's gotten worse. If anything, there's been less physical fights. I mean, everybody needs at least one Black Friday in their life though, to like just let it all out. I'm not inciting violence. So let's watch a few more that really showcase how serious the whole stealing problem is. This girl says, POV, you're getting robbed, but you have the secret Labubu. I'm guessing that's a really rare one. I feel that though. I mean, like, sometimes you do have, like, I have an Eat-A bag, and like I have some really cool pins in there, and I have to put a lock on it, because at conventions, people do try to reach in and take them off, and I'm like, I worked hard for those pins. This girl has a whole case for hers, and that's a really cute little one, the pink one. She has a lock bicycle clip or whatever it is. Honestly, that's kind of smart though. Like, unless if somebody's coming up with scissors to like cut it off, but like, why would you do that? Because it would lose value. So this girl's got it. She's got it going on. She knows how to save her Labubu from predators. Yeah, from bad people. There's even been talks of Labubus being the start of a recession. It's called the red lipstick theory. I'm gonna let Nikki Reardon explain it, because I know I'm gonna mess this up.
I have this theory that Labubu is a recession indicator, and there are actually economic evidence that supports this theory, because there is this principle of economics called the lipstick effect, which is this idea that in a recession, when people can't afford to buy nice luxury things, they start to feel anxious and they want to buy something to comfort them, but they don't have the money. So maybe instead of buying that big, nice $500 purse, they buy something cute and small to put on the purse or go in the purse. Does that sound familiar? It's called the lipstick effect because they first noticed this with lipstick. Every time there was a dip in the GDP, they saw a percentage increase in sales of lipstick. Like, they were directly correlated. Economists have also tested this with things like coffee, jewelry, watches, and it makes sense. Like, you see those memes on the internet of like, when the world is ending, but I bought my $7 latte, right? Like, it does actually resonate and make us feel that way. We have this desire to purchase things to feel some sense of ownership and security, when in actuality, we don't have that at all.
Now we're gonna go over some of the lines outside of these Pop Marts to try to get the Labubus. And the funny part is, like the Pop Mart in my town for like the past few years, I was always the only one who ever went. And then I would look at the blind boxes and go, wow, I'm not paying $20 for that. And then I'd leave. Okay, but anyways, let's watch one. They said no lining up before 8 a.m., but that clearly didn't happen. First of all, who has the energy to stand that long? Okay, like that's insane. Like the line to meet Tom Felton at MegaCon wasn't even this long, and it was 2012 when Harry Potter was like on its hype, you know what I mean? Tom Felton's really nice, by the way. That's insane. That's really insane.
Luna, you want to say hello?
Mama, I don't need a Labubu. I got one right here. There even are some well-known faces going to the mall to find some Labubus, such as Stormy, you know, which I think is really cute. Okay, like she's there waiting like everyone else. You know, she likes it, she likes it. But then, with every popular item, you cannot escape resellers. And I think these are my favorite videos out of the whole Labubu conversation, is these resellers standing at these vending machines and everybody starts shaming them. Like, shame, 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 boo, boo. And then the resellers have the audacity to get upset, like, you know you're in the wrong. You know what you're doing is wrong. Like with the whole Squishmallow thing, I remember I went to the Valentine's Day drop, right? And everybody was after that little mushroom, right? And the girl, like I saw it there and there was like a little girl who grabbed it before me. I was like, oh, okay, you know, like I'm not gonna freaking fight like a fucking 7-year-old for it, you know what I mean? And then another girl, an older girl, I'd say maybe like, what, 14, yanked it out of her hand. And then the mom in me was like, excuse me? I said, that's not nice. I said, that's her mushroom. And this 14-year-old girl kind of gave me that, you know, and I said, where's your mother? So then her mother comes over, and I'm like, she snatched that mushroom out of that little girl's hand. And thank God the mother was normal, and she's like, oh, and then she grabbed the mushroom and gave it back to the little girl. Like, at the end of the day, they're freaking toys, okay? Like, it's one thing to get, like, fight mode on eBay when you're, like, you know, it's a fair bid, like, back, even though there are robo bidders, but whatever. But when you're in a store and you start, like, physically hurting people or taking it away from children, that's messed up. So let's see one of my favorite videos.
Sellers are buying all of the Labubus. Yes! Resellers. Yes!
And they got it shut down for everyone. Jerks. If only everyone could come together like this on other topics too. But that's just, that's great. I love that. The other day I saw one where they were filming the guy and he's like, why are you filming me? And the guy's like, because you're a reseller. No, I'm not. I'm buying them for my kids. Really? You're buying 20 for your kids? But yeah, it's just, it's insane. It really is insane. Resellers aren't the only ones being despised though in this situation. Because with every great product, again, comes someone who is willing to recreate it in their own special way. And that is how we come across the Foo-Foos.
What the hell? What is this?
God, this is so cute. Look at
That was a little montage Pet Collect 49 put together about all the Foo-Foos. Usually you get them at gas stations, you know, or online like AliExpress, which it's from AliExpress. It really is like a 50-50 whether it's real or fake, okay? And, you know, people seem to be taking some joy in it, like this girl right here, making her real Labubu make fun of her Lafufu. I hope I'm not like mixing them up throughout the video, because I'm like saying Lafufu and Labubu a lot. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I say in the beginning? You know, but I kind of think the Lafufus are cute. I like the ones with the big dilated pupils. I think they're less menacing, but I don't think that's what people want. The one with the tongue out, like that was fucking horrifying, okay? But then, you know, everybody has to sometimes buy accessories for their dolls. I know I do. Yes, I have a little doll I put in my Eat-A bag for conventions. So there's a lot of people customizing their Labubus, whether it's by painting them, by dyeing them, and of course somebody always has something to say. But it's like, whether they buy them clothes or dye them, you're always gonna have something to say. But at the end of the day, it's their money, so it's not like they're stealing your Labubu and coloring it and throwing it through your window as they drive by. You know, so leave them Labubu alone. Okay, we're gonna watch one more. Holy cannoli spaghetti ravioli. What the hell is that? I'd kind of buy it though. Pink pony club. Well, that's the end of this video. Subscribe if you want to, and tell me what's something you collect. I'm really interested to know. For me, it's dolls. I love dolls and snow globes. You know, so at the end of the day, who am I to judge? If people like it, they like it, but we should not overconsume them if we know it's not gonna be a long-term collection for us. So with that being said,